Hey guys, welcome back. So this week we're still gearing up for elk season, and I'm going to talk about what I take up the mountain and how I pack it in my pack. So first, to start it off, I have the XL gear, and this is the K2. I believe it's the 3500. Yes, it's the K2 3500. I've had it for, I think this will be the third or fourth year that I've taken it up the mountain, and I've had a lot of bags over the years. I had an Eberly stock just one pack. I really liked it, but I believe this is a little bit better. A lot more cushion on the shoulder straps, and it just seems to fit me a whole lot better. So with that being said, I will say that I already have a 3-liter water bladder in here, and it's just a Source water bladder. I've had it for several years too. If you take care of those things, guys, they'll last you a long time. I always clean it out with lemon juice every year. Some guys I know freeze theirs. I never do that. The Source water bladder, the top will zip off. You can open it up, get up in there and clean it all out. I really like it. So we'll pop this thing open and I'll show you how I pack it. And I'll also, as we go along, I'll just talk about what I take and why I take it. So this main pack here, it has a dry bag that snaps in. I did buy that through XO. Whenever I ordered my pack, this main pack acts like just all my camp gear, my food, my stove, my sleeping bag. This year we're going to do some bivvy camping under a tarp. Everything for camp will be in here. So if we get into elk and we want to say we want to stay in this one area, set up sort of a spike camp, all I gotta do is unsnap a few snaps. There's a couple clips on the bottom inside the bag. I pull everything out. I can throw it up in a tree, hunt all day. Don't have to worry about getting wet. Everything will be in this dry bag right here. So first things first is I consider this my kill kit. This has got all my game bags. It's got some latex gloves, got some flagging tape, everything I'm going to need to process my animal. I'll have them in here, and these do go in my dry bag, so that is one thing that I do have to remove if I drop camp. Next thing that goes in is I have this, it's called the Sea to Summit Aeros pillow. This is just a blow up pillow. It's pretty comfortable. I'm a side sleeper, and it's hard, sleeping on your side is hard to have your head on the ground, so I'm always trying to pile clothes up or something underneath my head. So I broke down and bought this. It don't weigh anything, and if you're a side sleeper, I recommend it. I throw it in the bottom of the pack. The next thing that goes in, this will be my thermarest. It's called a Neo Air Light, and that's just my sleeping mat. I do like this thing, but honestly, when you're sleeping on it, if you move around a lot, it's kind of like you're sleeping on a bag of potato chips. It doesn't make a lot of noise, so it's lightweight and it's got a good R value, but that is the one complaint that I have with it. So after that, I've had this sleeping bag for a long time. I bought it from Gander Mountain back when they were in business. I think they're out of business now, but this is a waterproof Tech H2O breathable. It's a -20 sleeping bag. I've never been cold in this thing. I have been warm in it a few times, and I did check the weather. It's gonna be warm when we're out there, so this will probably be unzipped most of the time, and I'll have a leg thrown out. But I'd rather have the option of staying warm rather than being cold. So I'll throw it in here. All right, so on top of that, I have a 10 by 12 tarp. And this is I think it's called a Gold Armor tarp. I bought it off of Amazon. I've set it up a few ways. I really like it. I don't like a floor in a tent out west. My buddy I usually go with, he's got a like a teepee style tent that don't have a floor in it. It's a nice tent. However, he's not going this year. He's got some other things going on. So I just got this tarp. I don't necessarily put it in a bag. I just fold it up. I have the small bag for the stakes. There's some paracord in here. And I'll just kind of fold it up and slide it in on top of, actually down beside my sleeping bag. The next thing goes in will be my food. We're staying 8 days this time. I have my food divided into 2 bags. One bag will stay at the truck. We'll take this first bag in. It'll last me 4 days. It'll give me a chance to get in there, and I won't have to pack the whole weight of my food, because food is kind of heavy and it's also bulky. But I just put them in a little dry bag. Makes it easier if I want to pitch a bear bag. I just throw my rope over the limb, hang my food up. Don't have to worry about it getting rained on, getting soggy. Everything's right here. So this is 4 days of food, and there's another bag at the truck for 4 more days. Next thing, I just bought this year. It's the Fire Maple stove. It's a complete cook kit. Your fuel, a little bowl, and then your stove all goes in here. A little dirt in there. And this all snaps on here. Your fuel will screw on. It's very similar setup to like a jet boil system. However, the jet boil system is a little more. I bought this off of Amazon. I've been impressed with it thus far, so we're gonna take it out there and see what we can do with it. I really like the idea that it's all one piece. And I'll put it in here. The other thing I will do, I don't really like carrying my binoculars on my chest. There's probably times I'm going to need them, but if I'm going to do some glassing, I'm going to set up on a point and drop my pack. I'll get my binoculars out, so I'll go ahead and put them in here. It kind of keeps them safe. And then I just roll this bag down like this. All right, so the next thing is my rain suit. My rain suit is a Cabela's space rain suit. Top and bottom is each in a bag of its own. And what I will do is I will slide them down one of these long pockets here on the side. Gotta undo that clip first. So before I get too much further, I forgot. Open up this long zip packet, and there's your dry bag. I have these 2 packs that come, or that I ordered actually extra with this pack. And this is just a little bag. I've got my fire starter. I've got an extra shooting tab for my recurve. Got some paracord. Got some hand sanitizer. An ink pen to sign my tag. And then a few other odds and ends. It goes inside my pack here. This one I've got extra batteries. Kind of a hodgepodge of a first aid kit. This has got my license in it. Extra bowstring. And I've also got a little light here. So if I need to see something at camp at night, I don't have to worry about my headlamp, and it's also kind of a backup for my headlamp. Maybe kind of try and get that back together. I usually put them in before I put my camp in there, but I think it's gonna work. All right. The other thing is I have this dry bag. Now when I go up the mountain, I usually have my pants on that I'm gonna wear. I'll have a pair of merino socks, merino boxers, merino t-shirt, and I'll have a hat on of some sort. This is an extra change of shorts, boxer shorts, extra change of socks, another t-shirt, Actually, it's a long sleeve hooded merino First Light, and that's just some extra clothes there. And I'll slide them down. This is in a dry bag, so it's not going to get wet. I'll slide them down here. The other thing I have is I have this little bag, and this has got my water filtration system. And what I run is just a Sawyer squeeze. I've used several of them. This has been the best one yet. For $25, you cannot beat this at Walmart. Comes with a little syringe to back flush your filter. There's the filter itself. And it comes with a couple bags to fill up with water. And then you just screw your filter on the end of it. I have a quick connect system on my filter, and actually on my hydration bladder. All I gotta do is pop these compression straps. I'll take off this, hook my filter to it, hang my bag up, and while I'm sitting there at camp relaxing, my water will filter right into my bladder. Don't even have to take my bladder out of my pack. First few years I hunted, I had to take my bladder out of my pack and put it back in, and it just, to be honest with you, it's just unhandy. So that'll go on that side. Cinch it down, that's that. Okay, the other thing is I use this Mora knife. It's a cheap knife, but it's a really good knife. I've skinned several deer, quartered some elk. This knife, I'd buy another one for sure. They do make one that's got a little fire steel in the end. I'd probably get that one. And I'll just clip it on my side here. I actually own another knife like this. Another thing I have, trekking poles. I don't necessarily carry or use them while I'm hunting, but because I usually got my bow in my hand. But to be honest with you, I like to keep them on my pack. If I was to kill one, had to pack all that weight out. They're really handy when you're packing weight. Also, they're handy when you got a heavy pack on the way in or on the way out. And what I'll do is I will slide them down, probably on this side over here. And I'll take this side strap. I usually run it through the wrist straps. Come over here, pull these in, and I will tighten them down. And then that way they can't come out because this strap goes right through the wrist straps. While I'm over here, I'll go ahead and put this second strap on. All right. So, the other thing I put on the outside is I carry, this is just a blender bottle I bought at Walmart. Some guys have those nice Nalgene's. I've had this, it seems to work. I just keep using it. I slide it down here. So that's that. I carry just a little piece of a Thermarest sleeping pad. If I'm setting up on some rocks or eating or doing some glassing, I'm there for a while. Just for a little added comfort, don't weigh anything. I will strap it to the bottom of my pack. So on one side of the belt I have a lighter. I have some Gorilla Tape wrapped around it in case I need it for anything. I have this little camera pouch. Wind checker. I always got to have that in the mountains, you never know. The other side, I have this little pouch right here. I love to chew gum, so I'll have a pack of my favorite gum, and I'll also have an empty gum box. It's got all my diaphragm coils in it. So I will slide them, and they both fit nice right in here. Then I'll flip my lid up on my pack. I'll go ahead and tighten these compression straps on the back. Flip my lid up and I'll tighten it down. Or actually I'll buckle it. I won't tighten it down until I get it loaded. On the top here, carry a knife sharpener. This is just a Rada, R-A-D-A, quick knife sharpener. I sharpen knives, broadheads, anything you can imagine on this sharpener. It is amazing. It's one of the best little sharpeners. I think the last one I bought was like $8. It does a great job. I have a pair of wool gloves, just military grade. They've got the fingers already cut out of them. Have my beanie, my headlamp. My headlamp is it's a Petzl Tika. I've had this for several years. I really like it. It's been very dependable. Seems to fit the bill. I carry some dude wipes, just wet wipes, unscented. Most of you know, if you've been following my channel, I use traditional archery. So this is my bow stringer. I'll be hunting with my recurve this year. It goes up there. I run with Onyx on my cell phone. If I out in the backcountry, I'll refer back to it and mark points and whatnot. I have an Anchor battery charger. That way, if I'm running Onyx all day and my phone's getting dead, I don't have to run back to the truck and charge. I can just plug into this. Which brings me, I usually carry a cord for that too. I don't have it out here. And the last thing that I have is my bugle tube. Really like this tube. It's durable. I've had some that were pretty flimsy, but this one seems pretty durable. It's got a good sound to it. Makes me sound like I know what I'm doing. And that's pretty much it. This will get me by for 4 days. I will also I carry a little mouth call here on the lanyard. The only other thing that I forgot to bring out here is I have a quarter zip Polar Tech OD green fleece that I wear. I'll strap it to the back outside of this pack. And then also I have a Pendleton wool shirt. It's like a wool flannel plaid shirt. It kind of blends in. I don't wear camo a whole lot. I've got a couple shirts, but you'll find in my videos a lot of times I'll have like a solid pant on. So that's it. I did weigh this all total, and with my 8 days of food before I divided it down, I'm right at 45 pounds. That's with a full 3-liter bladder of water. For 8 days, that's pretty good. Now, to be honest with you, I did weigh the food separate, and the food for 4 days, I was running about a pound a day. So that knocks me down to roughly about 41 pounds when I go in there for just my first 4 days. So I appreciate everybody watching. I hope you learned something. I'm looking forward to hitting the mountains this fall. It's coming up quick. I can't wait. And if y'all are going out there, good luck to you. And we'll see you next time on Perry Freeze Outdoors.